Welcome back, y'all. WalkwMe Ep8. Second segment of the night. Look, I want to say something about the Orlando Magic. They've been balling. The Orlando Magic, and it's funny because when Banchero went down, I was like, the Magic might go down. Not all the way down because they still got a decent squad, but I thought there would be maybe like 9th seed, 8th seed until Banchero came back, and then they'll pick it back up. What's their record since Banchero? Like 12-2? 12-2. They just won. They just won last night. 12-2 since Banchero.
But they lost badly to the Knicks. Badly.
That's okay. The Knicks is one of those dominant teams that, like, in the Eastern Conference, that if they would have beaten, it would have, like, damn. Like, not saying the Knicks is crazy elite, but they missing their best player, so beating the Knicks would have been. But the question I'm asking you, 12, they won 12-3 since Banchero left.
I'm hearing you.
Are the Magic better without Banchero?
No.
That's not fair.
Hell no. In the words of Stone Cold,
And they said, They said, I don't think
I know they're not better.
like, come on, let's be honest. But shout out Jamal. He's been out here coaching his ass off towards the Orlando Magic. He's been out here coaching his ass off, coaching them young boys. Shout out Jalen Suggs. Shout out Franz Wagner. Shout out Maurice Wagner. Shout out Wendell Carter. Shout out Anthony Black. Them guys out there, they balling their ass off, and they well coached. And I want to reverse the question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you give more credit to Franz Wagner or Jamal Mosley? Am I saying his name right? Jamal Mosley, or is it Jamal? I'm gonna just call him Jamal until I read it. I'm gonna check it out again. Sorry. Is it more on Jamal, or do you feel Franz Wagner stepped up in the absence of Paolo Banchero and is more on his back, or is it more system in the Orlando Magic?
I think it's always the best player steps up. It's a weird situation. We always seen it within history when, like, for example, like Jordan, when he left the Chicago Bulls and then they just still had the triangle system. The team still played good, but when you don't got that star player, how far can you go? Like Scottie Pippen, he did look good, but he didn't look good when it came to that final moment when he had to play a role, or like, you know, like when
He made the finals.
you know, but when it got to that moment when he decided to sit out because Phil Jackson wanted Tony Kukoc to take that shot.
That shot.
You know what I mean? It's not like, you know, like I don't, you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
It's like, it's still at the end of the point. It's like if Jordan's not there, then this shit don't really matter. You know what I mean?
Because Jordan would have told Scottie Pippen to shut the fuck up.
Right, and we already know where the shot is going to. So it's not like so that means the coach knows that the player is gonna have it. But then you also have situations where it's just like you have Tim Duncan who will come in and then he'll turn this whole Pop situation into something bigger. And now we're looking at Pop bigger than, not shit on Pop because I love Pop. Not love Pop, but I appreciate what Pop does. So it's a weird conversation of what you're asking I'm conflicted.
Do you give, in those dynasties, I'm gonna put it to you like this. In those dynasties, like the Spurs, the Lakers, the Golden State Warriors, Chicago Bulls, do you give more credit to the coach than the player? Because what you're saying is they wasn't that until Phil Jackson came.
Right.
And you saying the San Antonio dynasties was, are you saying that's more on Pop than on Tim Duncan?
For clarity, when we're speaking this talk, right, we're saying that the Chicago Bulls weren't anything until Phil got there. Is that what we mean?
There was always something. You know what I mean? There was always something, but when Phil got there, it all makes sense. I think it's a combination of all, where it's the player and the coach. And just to bring it back to Orlando, so for like the listeners, so it can make sense, where it's just like, yeah, Paolo's out, And you may think that, okay, coaching is going well, or maybe it's just player going, it's the next player stepping up. But they're not really doing anything right now. They just, they're winning games, but when it comes to something serious, you're going to have to get a combination of Paolo coming back and plus the good team and plus the coaching. You know what I mean?
I only brought it up because in a situation like this where Paolo's gone and they've gone like 12-3 during this, I feel like Franz Wagner deserves more credit than he's getting through national media and through just people who watch the NBA all around. Franz Wagner, since Paolo Banchero has stepped up, increased his stats tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
And that's no slight on Jamal and his system, what he put in place in Orlando, because what he put in place in Orlando is that them dogs, I said them dogs, no, fuck that. Them dogs come out and they play every night for them.
Right.
And they defend, they score, but Franz Wagner, what he's been doing since Paolo Banchero has been gone, I feel like that's more on him and the dog in the heart that he has.
Right.
Because if he didn't step up, it don't matter what system Jamal would have put in place. Franz Wagner, everything would have fell apart if Franz Wagner didn't take that next leap into being a one.
But that's the same thing, for example, when, like I said earlier, where it's just like, think about, all right, so you remove Paolo and now you got Franz Wagner stepping up, right? It's the same thing where if you remove Jordan, now you got Scottie Pippen stepping up. Cool. And if you remove Tim Duncan, before Tim Duncan got there, you got David Robinson looking like a great player.
Mm-hmm.
But then when Tim Duncan, once you implement the real part of the equation, for example, like Jordan, or once you implement Tim Duncan, all of that shit changes. You know what I mean? Because without Jordan with the Chicago Bulls, we seen Scottie Pippen not really lead his team. So Franz Wagner could be. Yeah, but we seen what happened. He gave up on his team when it got to that point. So for Franz Wagner, he could be a good player right now, but can he do what Paolo does when it becomes crunch time in serious moments? And can he do what Tim Duncan does, which was what David Robinson wasn't able to do until, you know what I mean?
Do you think France got enough to be a one?
I don't know.
From the small sample size that you've seen so far, does he have enough to be a one?
That's a real role.
I'm gonna ask you this: if this team was exactly how it is now, 12-3, and Paolo was never on Orlando, would you believe in Orlando?
It's the same shit with, like I just said, it's like, can you believe that David Robinson could be a one before you met Tim Duncan? You're gonna be like, hell yeah.
I could see Franz as no one before or after seeing what I see now. Franz is stepping up because he's the substitute
Exactly.
teacher. The substitute teacher gonna look beautiful when he's there for a couple of days. You feel me? It's the same shit. So I truly, whether I seen it or not, no, bro. Franz, this is coaching right now. Respect the Jamal Mosley, like you're saying. When Paolo get back, this team gonna get back on and go back from the second seed. I have them as the second or third seed going into the playoff. That's just me. But hey, man.
France got them in third.
Let's see if they can keep it up.
France got them in third.
He's doing a good Scottie Pippen role. He's doing a good David Robinson role right now.
That's true, man. It's just like that. So
I give more, like I said, I give more credit during this run to Franz Wagner for stepping up. I thought it was gonna be 8-9, but because of Franz Wagner, because of the 28, the 6, and 5, I think Franz Wagner deserves more credit than he's been given. And not saying y'all disrespecting France, but to me, he's proved that over the next few years, he could probably have the ability to be a one. But Paolo Banchero is just better than Franz Wagner.
So
then that's just gonna be it.
If you think he's a one so bad, I was having this thought this week. If you think he's a one so bad, that's perfect. Trade his ass to Orlando, get Trae Young in Orlando, and build this shit for real. Let's go, Paolo, Trae Young next 5 years.
Paolo and like the way teams are building teams, like especially because of the Boston Celtics winning the ring, they want 2 wings. Whether it's a power forward or the small forward, or it's a small forward with a shooting guard, they want 2 wings, and they got Paolo and Franz. And Franz, sorry, I keep saying that, but they got Paolo and Franz, so those are 2 wings there that they can build off. So I believe them 2 together will be a recipe for success, but Paolo's just gonna be the one. He's better than Franz, but Franz, shout out to Franz.
No, for sure. He making
He
noise. He's doing
deserves
really
a lot
good.
of credit. He
He's doing
deserves a
great.
lot of credit. Let me reverse this question real quick though, and I need quick rapid answers. And I need quick rapid answers. Do you give more credit to Greg or Tim Duncan for the Spurs dynasty?
Damn, you should have never went to me.
I need rapid.
Tim.
Right.
Tim.
You said for the dynasty, right?
Yeah.
Remember, Greg added pieces to it, so Ginobili, the Tony Parkers, the PJ Browns. He put teams together.
Yeah.
I'm giving more credit.
Steven Jackson, Steve
that's
Kerr.
hard shit.
I don't mean anything because without Tim,
Without Tim, it wasn't gonna work.
right? You can't.
I get Tim.
All them pieces don't mean.
Tim.
All them pieces do not
Tim.
mean championship without Tim.
That's a different debate for a different day.
Showtime, Pat Riley. Who was more important to the dynasty?
Magic Johnson.
Magic or Pat?
Magic Johnson.
You saying that because he was doing out dick?
What?
That's who.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, but that's who.
What?
We on the podcast, guys.
What?
YouTube, what up, YouTube?
Yo,
Shout out to YouTube.
You saying that because Magic was giving out that pipe?
yo, oh my God.
That's why they called him Magic Johnson.
Yo,
No,
So,
I give it a
you know
Magic
what?
post. I'm already flustered right now.
yeah, yeah, I'm kind of like,
All right, what up next?
but, yeah, I'm kind of flustered. But go on Steve Curry.
Oh,
Ooh.
Chef Curry.
What you got? Steve
That's
Kerr.
tough, but I'm going.
Steve Kerr.
That's tough. Now I'm gonna. Yeah.
Steve Kerr.
Steve
What?
Curry.
Steve Kerr.
I'm going Steve Kerr. Though.
Phil Jackson had Steph Curry running pick and rolls. Steve Curry had this nigga running a loop like Tony Parker coming off.
Yo, I'm crying.
Real talk.
I'm crying. I got Curry. Curry's the reason that system goes. And last one.
He would have won.
Last one.
We gotta debate
No,
that.
no, I said rapid answer. I said rapid answer.
Don't beat us to the comments. I'm balling.
I said rapid answer. I got the last one for you. I'm not gonna use Phil and Jordan because I already know that. Phil Shaq. Who was the song?
Shaq wasn't even the best player on his team.
Oh, stop it.
Best player?
Stop it. Yeah.
Best player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Best player.
Yes.
Best player.
Started with Shaq.
He can shoot threes.
It was always Shaq.
Now 3-point shot is
He can shoot threes.
value.
How many times Kobe bailed him out? How many times Kobe
No,
bailed
he
him
did.
out?
He bailed him out.
And we never talk about it, but whatever.
You not dead ass,
Whatever.
bro.
I'm so dead ass.
He was shooting threes.
Give that dead man his flowers.
It was always
Give
Shaq.
that dead man his
I
flowers.
mean, I'm
No,
giving-
but he talking about Shaq and Kobe, but Shaq and Phil. Oh.
There was never no Shaq and Phil without Kobe.
Stop it. Stop it.
Here we go.
What did Shaq win without Kobe?
Bro, Kobe got open jump shots.
Because
And
it's not.
We're not.
Shaq-
Hold on.
When did Shaq
We're
get
not
an
gonna
open
dis-
dunk?
We're not gonna disrespect Kobe. We're not gonna
No,
disrespect
no,
Kobe.
he did get an open dunk over the Kobe crossover.
Because
He locked it up.
Kobe was putting in work there. But
So Shaq did get open
you
dunk.
see, that's a different
It wasn't that
conversation.
open.
Okay. I said that all the time. It's good.
Kobe was wide
But-
open.
Phil,
Over Shaq, nigga.
Phil, Shaq.
Oh my
The
God.
reason for the
Phil.
Derek Fisher.
Phil.
well, you already said
Ooh.
Kobe.
You really making a good point with this quick rapid.
But the reason I asked is
Yeah.
because there's certain dynasties that you could put on the coach. You could be like, yo, this the coach put a system in place, got the star player of their choice. I ain't gonna say their choice, but they got the star player.
No, I'm the choice.
But their system, the way they manage, their philosophy, their offense, their defense, whatever it was, because I'm gonna say the triangle,
Right.
revolutionary.
I'll give you two real quick. Red Outback and Chuck Daly.
You know what I'm saying?
And to be real with you, honestly, it's really just teamwork. Honestly, basketball is really just teamwork. Sometimes somebody's just gonna have a bigger role.
Yeah.
And when it
Like
becomes
Joe Dumars.
type shit. Yeah, when he dropped 20, he about to piss me off.
Yeah.
Cause he walked off last set disrespected. Yo. Niggas drop 27, guarding niggas and shit like that. Beating Magic Johnson in the in the finals.
You about to get started. You about to get
And
started.
then you trying to say he not valid?
But
But but that's my point. Sometimes you have moments where it's just like sometimes you have the player and then sometimes it's the coach. And that's just that revolves around teamwork. Period. No matter what you do, fuck basketball, anything you do. Sometimes this player is gonna be better. Sometimes it's gonna be this boom 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 boom, or sometimes it's gonna be the mastermind involved. When it comes to basketball, you might have Jordan as the top dude, or you might have the coach as the top dude. No matter what situation, as whatever it is.
yeah, we seen a lot of that happen.
It is what it is.
Do you, when you create a team, are you choosing coach first or player?
Alright, so if I'm given that type of dynamic, I'm choosing coach.
Okay.
I want the coach. I need a coach that knows what it's like to be a dog, have a dog, and work like a dog. If you
Or you like more players coach, like
Except for
coaches that
Doc
play-
Rivers though. Doc
Okay.
Rivers is my one player coach that I don't fucking understand.
Yeah.
This nigga don't have, he don't relate to nobody, bro, and I don't understand that shit. You a player coach, bro. It's crazy. But neither here nor there.
Yeah. How about you, D? When you want when you creating a franchise, are you choosing coach first or player?
I'm gonna go with the player first.
Player first.
Because players lead the banners, which leads the bottles.
Yeah, I already know. Stop, D. I already know you're going.
Which
Stop,
leads-
D. That D.
Which leads to the Yeeks.
D, you about to get.
To the Yeeks.
And he be knocking Zion, bro. I can't believe this nigga, bro.
This is WalkwMe
He
Ep8
be
dark.
knocking
To
Zion.
the
Same nigga be
Yeeks.
knocking Zion and BR. I don't hear no more. You heard it first. Don't say nothing else about Zion and Brandon Ingram when they do with the strippers and shit. I want to hear nothing.
Yo, D got me done. Yo, YouTube, I apologize for Showtime, D. D.
I'm gonna fuck around and give you a different answer. I'm gonna say general manager. General manager. I think general manager.
No.
No,
Get the fuck out of here.
That's a cheating answer, cause
You
that's,
fuck.
you're right.
That's not in the
No,
category for this shit.
It's the shot caller.
No, he.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
no. And he cheating.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Follow the question.
No, he's definitely right. No, he's definitely right. No, he's definitely. I've seen it happen. I've seen front office fuck shit up.
What's that?
It
What's
is.
that
Yo, look. And even though, let me tell you something about this.
Talk about that front office.
This team right here was
Talk about
created.
that front office.
Let me tell you about the front
Oh,
office.
Pat Riley?
This front office right here was created. This team was created in about 88. 1988. This team that won rings already by the time this team was created. 1988. 3 rings. We sitting on 3. Thank you, Pat Riley. Pat
4.
Riley got us more rings than the New York Knicks had in their whole franchise. Pat Riley. But it's your time. It's time to go. Pat Riley's time to go. It's time to go. You had an all-time great career. Player, I ain't gonna say you was a great player. But you was a player, great coach, one of the greatest of all time. Great executive, one of the greatest of all time. But Pat Riley, your time is up.
Was he a better coach than Eric Spoelstra?
I'm gonna say the only reason now.
You know the fuck he was. I don't know why you were pausing.
See, the thing is, I love both of them to coach. I've seen them both coach championship teams. The thing is, I've seen Eric Spoelstra do more. Like I told Derek, I've seen him do more with less than any coach I've ever seen. I've never seen a coach take talent, like whether it's G League talent, whether it's second team on the bench, whether it's undrafted players, and take them to finals. Like give them roles. Same way, that's coaching to me. That's coaching to me. When you could grab undrafted players, G League players, and tell them exactly what to do, point out their best parts of their game, and we gonna use that and create systems off of it.
Yeah.
That's coaching to me. But Pat Riley created aura. Pat Riley created a system. Pat Riley created a culture, and I can't deny that either. Because without Pat Riley, there is no Miami Heat.
You don't think that it was extremely difficult to coach and manage those highly colorful personalities in La La Land? LA with the glitz and the glamour and the James Worthies, who is more than worthy of being a starter in the league, no pun intended, but came off the bench.
Yo, Pat Riley might be the only general manager ever who can get 2 statues on 2 different franchises. He's gonna get one in LA, and he's gonna get one.
I don't know why he doesn't have one there now.
In New York? New York? He's
No.
back in New York?
No, he's
New
not
York.
getting one in New York.
Thank God.
But he's getting one in LA, and he's getting one in Miami.
New York for what?
Right.
That's
Pat
how
Riley. 2 statues.
He was in New York a little bit.
General manager.
I don't
and
know. I
coaches.
don't think general managers is getting statues and coaches. You give it to the players. I think players get statues.
Nah,
they the gladiators get statues.
LA is giving Pat Riley a statue. It's coming next year.
Official?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
official.
it's official.
Okay.
They're giving Pat Riley, but of course he's getting.
Oh,
If Red
shit.
Auerbach getting one for that, but he's getting one for LA.
Niggas giving out statues to everybody.
No, Pat
Really?
Riley's he is what Tuesday. It's just he ran the Showtime Vegas,
And gladiators get statues.
and
Magic
both of them did. Kareem and Magic.
So wait, he chose Pat over Magic? What?
No, he chose Magic.
No, I told Magic.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
Magic,
Pat Riley was also.
Magic turned that shit over.
Pat Riley did what you said. Phil Jackson did. Like Kareem and them was arguing in the locker room. Then Pat Riley came in there and said, "Yo, y'all want to fucking win? Then shut the fuck up, cause we doing this my way. We doing this my way." And he created Showtime Lakers. Not saying he created it off a thing, because that was all Magic. You know, Magic controlled everything. But Pat Riley was the guy that said, if y'all want to win rings, shut the fuck up. And we going to do it this way.
I'm mad they canceled that Showtime.
And he created it. And it showed that Pat Riley, and that's why people give a lot of credit to Pat Riley. Pat Riley, like I said, as a general manager and coach, he will have 2 statues. Shout out Pat Riley. One of the greatest ever. One of the greatest basketball minds of all time. Pat Riley, man. But we going to leave it there, man. WalkwMe Ep8, episode 8. Todd of God, D Love, Con Wolf. Peace. From JD. Yeah.
Got a little bit of brown.